Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Malam, for sponsoring this debate. I think it's very necessary. What I do find ironic, though, is that where the DA governs the city of Cape Town, residents pay the highest per kilowatt hour of electricity at R3.76 for prepaid customers and R3.48 per kilowatt hour for conventional customers. In addition, here in the city of Cape Town, there's a R252.09 service charge for all properties valued over R1 million. The average household consumes 900 kilowatt hours of electricity per month, costing Cape Townians R3,509.89, including service charges. By comparison, eThekwini municipality charges residents R2.97 per kilowatt hour of electricity, whether they are prepaid or conventional. eThekwini does not burden residents with any additional service charges. For 900 kilowatt hours of electricity, eThekwini residents pay R2,671.44, almost R1,000 cheaper. It costs the municipality between 94 cents per kilowatt hour during off-peak hours and R1.98 for standard times. Municipalities are already making a profit based on what they pay for electricity and what they charge residents. Agbare Malam, dit word al hoe meer duurder vir arme gesinne om in Kaapstad te oorleef. Baie inwoners moet kies of hulle 'n halwe brood gaan koop of hulle 6 eenhede elektrisiteit gaan koop. Omdat elektrisiteit 'n inset is vir alle goedere en dienste. For the past 2 years, the city has been quietly litigating at ratepayers' expense against NERSA for court permission to ignore the nationally regulated tariff. In other words, consumers are funding the city's case to be able to charge them extra. If the city of Cape Town loses its court battle, which it will against NERSA, they would have to refund consumers for overcharging them for the past 2 years.
Honourable
The
members,
city of Cape Town did not apply for an interim order to charge a tariff in excess of that approved by NERSA. The unilateral implementation of an unapproved tariff by the city of Cape Town is unlawful and in breach of its distribution license. On the 22nd of August 2024, residents of Lavender Hill here in Cape Town brought traffic to a standstill along Prince George Drive to protest against the high electricity tariffs. Protesters formed the human chain in the middle of the road, stating they have less money to buy food because they are paying more for electricity. This grand coalition between the ANC and the DA suits you because you can be scalloped together. But I'm warning you, Minister, when we revolt simply because for many reasons we can no longer breathe. Eskom initially applied to recover almost 24 billion rand for losses it incurred for the year 2021-2022, but NERSA only approved 8.1 billion rand, still too much. South Africans are now burdened with having to pay for Eskom's past failures and inefficiencies. Eskom's inability to supply reliable and affordable electricity played a huge role in the lack of economic development and job losses. A recent research document published by Professor Harun Borat and Dr. Timothy Kohler of the University of Cape Town highlights the significant negative impact of load shedding associated
Honourable
with
Member at the podium,
unemployment.
please take your seat. There's a point of order. Honourable Michalakis.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Honourable Deputy Speaker, within certain bounds, heckling is allowed. I just want you to rule it, even if there is heckling happening. I have heard the comment of shut up and shh, shh from the other side. Our members are within their right to heckle. Members are within their right to heckle. And if their member can't make it speak...
Order. Order. Honourable members, order. I could not hear the last part of the point of order as there was an Honourable member, order. I cannot react to a point of order if you are interrupting and I cannot hear. So I ask members on both sides, because the interaction was on both sides, please be orderly. So, Honourable Michalakis, please, the last part of your point of order.
Deputy Speaker, can you please rule on the members shouting to other members to shut up, please?
Thank you, Honourable Michalakis. Honourable members, I will now first rule on that before I take any other points of order. It is unparliamentary for members to say shut up. I did not hear that because it is on the floor and I could not hear it over a microphone. But I will come back to the House. Honourable member, members of the EFF, I would like to make a ruling, and you also have points of order, but I cannot do anything if you keep on interrupting. So please allow me to do what I have to do. And I'm dealing with a point raised by the Honourable Michalakis right now. I will recognize you when you raise your hand. Members, telling someone to shut up is not parliamentary. It is not in order. Now, as I said, I could not hear that because it is on the floor, but I ask both sides of the House to please maintain the decorum of the House. We are busy with a very serious debate, a very serious topic affecting the people of this country. So please do not let it degenerate. Honourable Ntlangeni.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. You know, it's so ironic. Each afternoon, we have to remind you, DA presiding officers, what in that seat that you are having there entails. And it entails a non-biased attitude to all members of Parliament. I have been pointing to you because I didn't want to stop the Honourable Nazir Paulsen in his debate. I've been pointing to you the noise that is coming from the DA and the interjections that is coming from the DA, and you bluntly look towards me. The Honourable Nazir even had, throughout his speech, scream. Now, if you are gonna be doing your rulings like this, we're gonna have a problem. Because not each afternoon we come to this House and have to remind you, DA presiding officers, to take that seat that you are having there serious and the role that you are having serious. Stop this biased rulings towards your political party and be fair in your rulings. You have heard the way Nazir even had to raise his voice. You have heard that. You have never stopped any of the members of your political party doing interjections, making noise. But as soon as the EFF reacted to the member being treated like that, you are very quick to come in and say it's from both sides. It has never been from both sides. The EFF have never interjected any of their members because we wanted, though, that speech like that. And we had to say to them, shush. There was never a shut up. But they are rude like that. They behave like this is their houses. They can do as they please, not on our watch. And we will not tolerate this each and every afternoon. You are poking the bear. You are poking the bear. Don't do it.
Honourable Ntlangeni. Honourable members, I will recognize you, Honourable Reddy and Honourable Skosana. You will recall that when you put out your hand, that is not raising a point of order, I did in fact call for order. So there was a reaction. If you are unhappy with the way in which the presiding officers preside, please take it up, write to the Speaker and also take it up with the Rules Committee, and please do that. However, I also do not think that it is part of the decorum of this House that threats are made. It is unacceptable. We do not threaten presiding officers or the House. You will well know that it is against the Powers and Privileges Act. So please make use of the existing fora. And you will also recall that I admonished both sides of the House. But I could not proceed and I could not be audible because of a certain party making it inaudible. So please practice the things that you complain about. Honourable Reddy and then Skosana.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Madam, I would like you to go back and possibly give us a ruling on this at a later date. The use of the word shut up, because there is a booklet that's published, which we all went through. It's parliamentary expressions, acceptable and not. The word shut up has not been declared unparliamentary. I would like you to go and have a look at that and possibly seek advice on it and report back to the plenary. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Reddy. With those unparliamentary words, that changes with time, and it is also one of the functions of a presiding officer to declare something unparliamentary. So I have not declared it. I just said that it is not in the decorum, and I have not made a specific ruling. I said because I also couldn't hear but it is not something that is suitable to the decorum here. Honourable Skosana.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Michelin, or whatever the say name, the honourable member, said shut up.
Honourable,
Can you ask him to withdraw that, please?
Honourable Skosana, he did not say shut up. He used it in reporting what he had allegedly heard. I can also not...
I heard it very well. I heard him very well. He said shut up.
I had not heard that, so I will have to go back to the records to listen and to hear whether it was said in fact. Honourable members, we're not going to continue with this now. Honourable Paulsen is sitting there. He has to complete his speech. So could we please proceed, Honourable Paulsen?
Thank you very much. 11 years ago, on the 26th of July 2013, the EFF stated that the stabilization of energy sources, in particular the supply of electricity, is important for an economic development strategy that will include the development of more industries. We further stated that the South African state should intensify the efforts currently in place for sustainable, consistent energy provision, while other means of energy generation should be explored. This includes further research on how energy derived from uranium can be transferred into sustainable, environmentally friendly electricity for industrial development, public purposes, and for the use of households. In our 2024 elections manifesto, we stated that if the EFF is elected into government, but we would reject, and as I've warned you, Minister, we will take to the streets if you should continue with these massive increases in the cost of electricity. Thank you very much.
Honourable members, I now call on the Honourable Sithole